Hello guys, happy Tuesday. How are you? Welcome in. When you pop on, say hello. If you're no longer seeing the little red live button, you caught me on replay. Please hit hashtag replay. I'm kind of a hot mess today. Just ignore that. How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? I'm gonna wait till you guys show up on my iPad here and share you on out. I'm doing it. We're doing the Santa bust. I'm not drawing the face. So, I'm not coloring the face, I should say. We're going to leave it white. But I already sort of started it, just to give you a little hint. We started checking the bottom. So, I'm not checking the bust, but we are going to stripe this. We're going to do stripes, gold, gold. We're going to do red on his coat, red on his hat. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hi, Kimberly. Treese. Hey, Trish. Treese, me and you was talking. Just so you know, I was waiting for Treese to come in, so I'll wait till she says hello. Hey, Joanne. Hi, Sybil. Hi, Sheila. Santa, yes. We're going to do the Santa. And I'm probably going to list him tonight for silent auction because I forgot I have the other Santa too. I never put that Santa in. Hi, Karen. How are you? Welcome. Let me share you on out and then we can get started. Hi, Barbara. How are you? So this is like the bigger Santa. I don't know how big he is. I know there's a ton of smaller ones out there. I only grabbed one, like a bozo at Wally World, and I only got the one and I've been scared of them ever since, so probably a good thing. Listen. So, hold on. Let me share this out, and then I will tell you what I got today. And it was all Miss Treese. How is everybody? How was your weekend? Hopefully it was good. All right, let's get you on out here. Oh. My hands don't want to work. All right, so it is actually starting to warm up a little bit here, thank God. And we're supposed to get like, I say warm, it's like 30, if 30, and then I think on Thursday it's supposed to hit 50. I don't know, apparently that's a big warm up, but makes me want to go to the beach. I know that seems crazy, but I want to go sit by the water if it's not super windy and I don't freeze myself out there. Yay, the Santa. I know. A little late. We're cutting it close, but it's all right. We're going to do it. It needs to go. I need to get it out. So we're going to do it. Oh, of course I would lose the whole thing that I was just trying to do. Hi, Nancy. How are you? All right, hold on. My hands want to be stupid today and not want to get this out there. So give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. All right, come on. Right there. Right there. Where's the other one? Hi, Dean. How are you? Hello, Miss Diane. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Phyllis. All right, so I got something in the mail today, which I thought was super cute. And actually, it was super cute. I just have to say, Therese, you were so fired. Not really, but it sort of just made my day because it was like the cutest little thing, but it meant so much. I'm going to show you. So what's my favorite candy? It's not chocolate. Hi, Kellyanne. How are you? Hi, Lynn. So, hi, Andrew. So who remembers what my favorite candy is? Because I got it in the mail today and I was like, oh my God, what a cute thing to get. And then, not only that, I got matching earrings. It was the cutest thing ever. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Becky. I couldn't even. So I just thought it was so stinking cute. I wish I would have opened it live. Well, I like lemon drops, but no, you're kind of on the right track. Somebody's got to remember what everybody but Trees. Somebody's got to remember, like, I could sit here and eat bags of it. Hi, Lynn. How are you? And I shouldn't, is the thing. It's not Skittles. I'm not a Skittles fan. No. Hi, Terry. Not a Skittles fan. Not at all. And like I said, it's not chocolate, so we can't go down the chocolate road. It's like actual candy. I do wear earrings, yes. You usually don't see them because my hair is down. And I don't wear them very often, but these I'm wearing. I'm going to put them in. Yes, Andrew, I am, darling. I'm going to actually just put them in because then I'm going to show you. And who would have known? I didn't know. Trees, did you make these or did you have them made? Nope, not cotton candy's great. Oh, no, not candy corn. I'm going to see if you guys see these. Because you're really going to see them against my black shirt, but. Can you guys see them? Look how stinking cute these are. They're Sour Patch Kid earrings. Remember I told you I stole all the kids' Sour Patch candy? Hi, Rhonda. Thank you, Gloria. I stole the kids' Sour Patch candy from all their Halloween candy. Yeah. And look at this stinking bag. Yes, I opened them. Don't judge me. I've been sitting here eating them. And they're ornaments. How stinking cute is that? So yeah, I love me some Sour Patch Kids. This is going to turn into a problem, Trees, because if this bag's gone by tonight, you're in trouble. Yes. So look how stinking cute they are. I don't usually wear color, but they're super cute. Oh my God, Trees, they're so cute. And I'm so glad that they were bought to like support somebody else. So I love that even more. Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. It was so cute. Aren't they cute? I had to do it. My kids would take someone down over the Sour Patch Kids or the earrings. Because I dare them to try to take me down. Just saying, Dan. I don't want to take anybody's kids down, but I'll fight you over some Sour Patch Kids. Promise. All right. So what I think I'm going to do is I started checking this the other night. So I'm like, you know what? If I don't start the Santa, it's never going to happen. So the coat's going to be red. This is going to be red. We're going to do stripes, black and white. And then we're going to do gold, gold, gold. And I wanted to use like a piece of Would You Bend. Hi, Gail. And I thought about, because we have this like little ball here. So what if we painted like this piece of Would You Bend? I was actually looking at this. It was either this one. They're cute. They're so cute. Or I was going to use one of these, but then I found this one and I'm like, wait a minute. If we can manipulate this right onto the ball here, do we see the shape of that? So my thinking is if we paint this black and then I fill this in with red gems right there, and I just brush the gold over the top of it, they are adults, but the candy would be the thing, especially in Sweden. This is WUB. Holy cow. 1329. So if you're looking for Would You Bend, you can use, you could just type in, no, you can't. You would go to my Would You Bend link. And I do have a coupon code. It's all lowercase, NIK, the number 10%, all one word. So, but super cute. It comes with two, but I'm thinking that if we put that up front, it's almost like you're giving him a little, I don't know, it adds a little something to it, doesn't it? I think it's super cute. And then, like I said, we could fill it with some gems and just add a little something to Santa, because why not? We could do that. First off, I drew in pencil, but I'm going to go in with my friction pen, and I have my lines drawn. However, I'm going to do it in my pen because I want to paint over white. Oh, please work. I want to paint over in white. I might need Sharpie. Silly. Santa Bust is cool. Thank you. What if I just go really dark? out, Nicole. All right, I'm just gonna redraw my lines here because I want to paint a coat of white over this. And then we can go in with our black and then our gold and all the things. So I'm gonna go this way. I don't know, should I check it? Or should I just go up and down? I guess I didn't think I could check it too. And then do we want to do big fat checks, or do I want to cut this in half, which would take even longer? Or do we do the stripes? You guys kind of see where I'm going with it? I thought about doing polka dots on the little ball area, but I don't think I'm going to. I kept changing my mind on the Santa, on how many different ways I wanted to do it. Because again, problem being is I only ever got one. Had I gotten two, I had a couple different, I mean, I had a gazillion different ideas, but I had a couple of really strong ideas. This was one of them. And this is actually kind of half and half of what I wanted to do. Am I missing a line? I sure as heck am. Feels super close together. All right. Hi, Celeste. So no preference on whether we're checking or not checking? Where did I go wrong? I followed my lines. What did I do? Why does this look so close together? Hello, Miss Addie. Did I do that totally wrong? I know what I did. Oh my word. I gotta restart this all over again because I seriously messed something up. Okay. That's what happens when you can't see the stinking lines you drew. Back to the drawing board, literally. This is why I do pencil or I had it all drawn out. I promise I did. Where I just went wrong, I have no clue. Check, you want the whole bottom checked? I think I'll probably end up doing big fat checks then because I'm not checking anything like on his actual bust area, if that makes sense. Dwayne knows what he wants. All right, let's start that over again. So we're gonna go from the center, which was right here. I'm just gonna draw up. And then I kept the line in the back, and then we're gonna go down the side and do the same thing on each side of the Santa bust, right? And then we're gonna draw a line in between all of those. Don't ask me what I was doing, because obviously I had no clue. I was putting in lines that weren't even there. Look, I'm looking at the bottom going, what did I do? That line wasn't there. That one certainly wasn't there. I have no clue what I was doing. Hello, Kim. How are you? It's a little close. You're gonna wanna kind of find your, it's not gonna be perfect, but you're gonna go in between what you already have there. I draw better when I'm holding on. I can put my hand on the actual bust. There we go. All right, so I have my lines going down. And the thing is I can check. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. Where is my white paint? You have one of these, Santa Stacy? Yeah, they're hard to find. Unless you get them on Amazon and spend muku money for something smaller. I don't know. I refused to get on Amazon and pay what they wanted for them. I mean, at least not for the size. And then they all wanted to charge like for shipping, and I was like, isn't it Amazon? Like, why are you charging me $8 to ship it on top of the $15 that you want for it? And then I wasn't going to get it till literally right now or a couple days from now. It was kind of crazy. Hi, Kathy. How are you? I don't know. I'm not seeing comments up here. Like, I'll see a random comment. I don't know. So if I missed a comment or I missed anybody coming in, I'm sorry. I thought y'all were just being super quiet. Just brush anything off of there from the eraser. And then we're going to paint the white. What about checking only the middle layer one? No, I'm not going to do like those itty bitty checks. I'm just going to check it this way. And the rest of it's going to be gold. So we're just going to go ahead and get a layer of white on there. Maybe because I am busy wrapping and not chatting. Oh my God, Dan, you crack me up. And I don't know what happened, y'all. I know something was going on with my page the other day and people were not seeing. I was not showing up for them. I have no idea what was going on. No stinking clue. But they weren't showing and people had to actually search my page to actually see anything that was posted. So I had gotten quite a few messages from people saying they never saw me come up in the timeline for my silent auction or anything. I have no idea what was going on. I mean, I couldn't remove it due to that because there were already people on there, but no idea what happened. Always quiet when you leave the room. Well, you guys don't have to be afraid to talk. You know, Facebook loves that. The more the better is what they say. Because they don't go on, you know, that's what they go on, is like all the engagement and all of that. So don't ever be afraid. But yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what happened, but I was getting messages and comments going, I don't see it. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, you know, they had to actually go to my page, and by then it was almost too late. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I had no control over that situation. You know, our Walmart still had 2 the other day. I bought mine when they first got in, thinking they would sell like hot. They did here. And you know what I really wanted was one of those, I really, really wanted one of those candlesticks, the Nutcracker candlesticks. Never. Couldn't get a hold of them. Couldn't even find them online. I couldn't, nothing. My son looked over by him. I was looking at all the Walmarts. Nothing. Couldn't get them delivered. I couldn't anything. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I could have had people from out of state, but those were really hard to find. Never even got my hands on one. I thought they were super cool because I love nutcrackers. I loved how they were like old-fashioned looking. Yeah, it did, Kim. Hi, Kathy. How are you? So I'll be putting him and then this Santa in there as well because I forgot him. And that'll probably be the end of the Christmas stuff because I just wanted to get the Christmas stuff out. So, but yeah, so Kimberly was excited because she gets another bottle. Worked out for her, for sure. Hello, Karen. How are you? I think I'm going to go ahead and just paint his beard, too. Oh, thank you. Oh, man, I just found my nutcrackers. I forgot I had them. The glitter ones. Yeah, I have tons of nutcrackers, but they were like nutcracker candlesticks. I'm pretty stinking cool. I liked them. I thought they looked awesome, but couldn't get them. So now we're going to paint the hat and the bust red, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to paint the hat and the bust black first. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So let's just get all the coat of white down, and we're probably going to wax this. Dark wax it. And I decided I'm not painting his face. Like I'm not trying to do the flesh tones and give him blue eyes and all the fun things. I don't want to ruin him. So if I decide to paint an eyeball on him, I will probably do that on my own time later, but I highly doubt it. We're just going to dark wax it like I did with the other Santa face, and it came out so stinking cool. That was that Santa face on the bottle. I don't see a problem with not painting eyeballs on him. It's just not what I do, and I don't want to destroy something because it's not what I do. I've been to Walmart, never noticed the candlestick. Yeah, they're not, I don't know. There's some states people were finding them. And there's a lot of states people were like, never even seen them. They can't find them anywhere. So I have no idea. I didn't even know about them till I saw, you know, some other crafters using them. And I was like, where the heck is that? And I was looking at Walmart all the time. Like I would go there with a friend of mine and I'd look sometimes a couple times a day, no joke. And several different Walmarts, and my son too, and friends. I mean, even, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours away, I had a couple people that worked at Walmart looking. Never got any in. So, no idea. You're terrible with eyes. I'm not even going to attempt the eyeballs. Listen, I know my limit. I'm not going to deny that. And eyeballs, that... Me painting faces or actually painting like artist painting isn't what I do. I like to paint to make things pretty and look cool and have fun with them, or make them kind of like old worldish looking. Like I love the old kind of world looking Christmas things, but I know my limit. I tried eyeballs with the other Santa. You saw how well that went. I have been practicing painting something though that I will eventually be doing with you guys. So just a heads up. I just want to get a little better at it before I actually come live and do it, because I'm terrified. But I've been working on something. I just got to keep practicing. That's what I tell people. Just keep practicing, right? So that's what I'm doing. You love painting everything. Yeah, I love like making things over. I love painting furniture. I love painting things to jazz them up and make them fun and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, I used to be terrified of checks. I finally did it, but painting faces to make something look realistic, or, you know, really blending, like painting like an artist, is not my, I'm sure if I really practiced at it, I could get it down decent enough to pass a test. Maybe. But, I don't know whose test, but a test somewhere. My grandkids might like him. Did you see the announcement I posted on my page that my kids posted? So stinking excited. I mean, y'all knew, I already told you, but the announcement was just so cute. I was like, oh my God, I have to share this. So adorable. Hi, Glorious. Hi, Tanya. How are you? Hi, Kim. Hoping your life will slow down in a bit. I'm sorry, darling. You guys just saw what I did. Forgot I checked the bottom, right? I'll have to, oh, that's all right. It's 2 spots and it's black. I can fix it. We're gonna check anyway, so I'll just touch that up. All right, so I'm just gonna get up underneath, make sure I get into all the grooves of the hair. I mean, you can go with your white with your primer too, but I wanna have this all kind of matchy match and all the fun things. So I'm just gonna make sure I get in here really good with the paint. Like I said, I'll probably have to go black under the red, but I want to make sure I'm nice and smooth on the face and I don't have like any clumps of paint. So I'm just coming back in. It's a little nose. So funny. All right. So I think everything that needs to be white is white. might want to do another coat on his face. Just a little bit of touchy up. Do I have a favorite creation I made in 25? I don't know. That's a hard question. In all honesty, my 2025, I'm not going to lie to y'all, like a lot of it up until a couple months ago is just a blur for me. I know that sounds crazy, and it's not that I'm like, whoa, you know, poor me or want to be sappy or anything, but if y'all want me to be honest with you, it's been a rough, stinking year, just with everything, and there's a lot that I hate to say it and sound like a crazy person, I don't remember a lot of what I did up until a few months ago, and that's not to sound like, you know, there's nothing wrong with me, there's none of that, it's just for a long time. I mean, and I'm sure you guys have noticed, like sometimes I go day by day, and you know, now with the holidays, I'm not gonna lie to anybody, it's rough. But I've had a few, like I love that bottle behind me. Not gonna lie to you. There was another piece that, what was it that I didn't want to let go? That I did let go. And I don't remember what it was that kind of sat with me for a while. Do you guys remember what it was? I know it was black and white. I want to say it was a bottle, and I don't remember which one it was. I've had a couple pieces that I really loved and I let go, but one of them was the Maryland tray. Loved that. Gosh. I feel like so much is a blur. I really don't know how to answer that. But you know, I love pumpkins. I love finials. I love the finials this year, and I love the Easter eggs. Those are probably always my favorites. No joke. I know that seems crazy because by the end of that season, I'm tired of making them, but I love them. So I probably would pick out, not gonna lie, a pumpkin. I don't know, or a bottle. I love my bottles. Oh, you're so sweet. Thanks, Leslie. Is there a favorite piece you guys have that I made? There's an answer to be thrown out at you. What's your favorite piece that I've done? Or maybe your favorite piece that you own that I've done? Aw, thank you, Glorious. Christmas jar. Oh, that stinking Christmas jar, Leslie. I hope you love that Christmas jar. Which tray? Oh, no, which tray, Leslie? I've done a gazillion trays. Oh, that's super sweet, Glorious. I love that. That's so cute. Okay, everything that needs to be white is white. We're gonna pull out our black. I do this every time, don't I? I want to use that bottle of black so bad, and I have this big old bottle here. Oh, that you did was the little pink and white bottle Aw. The light teal behind you is always the one behind that black and white bottle. I know. I know. I know. I need to do something with the tray sets, but I know it's like Christmas time and that's more of a beachy, summery, mermaidy color. The one you just did an auction off. I missed the auction. Aw. I have the first resin tray you, oh Lord, it's square and a gift from, I remember that. Remind me what it looks like. Remind me what that looks like, Therese. If I'm not wrong, did it not have a decoupage queen paper in it? I want to say that it did. Hi, Mama Luca, how are you? I'm going to fix these little checks that I swiped with the white now. I forgot you had that, Trace. I do remember Drusilla doing that. Drusy is, she's so sweet. All right, see how I got the, as I was painting, I forgot. Fighting a head cold. Lord, I hope you feel better very soon. Hi, Kathy. All right, so let's do the checks here. I think it's a damask dark paper with the rhinestones around it. I put it away for Christmas decor, or I would look. Yes, that's exactly what it was. Love looking at, I love that. My teacup Yorkie is just the silliest thing. It's only 6 pounds and rules the house. It's his first Christmas. I love little Yorkies. I think they're so stinking cute. Yes, I'm eating Sour Patch Kids. Probably being rude as heck. I'm sorry. I feel like I have to because Therese sent them. So, Therese, if I get yelled at for eating on a live, I'm blaming it on you. Y'all, I'm ending up having to do this again. I can see it, but barely, and in all honesty, I need to be able to fully see it, so sorry. I'll be like, that's why I'm wearing the earrings. Okay, so did I do that right? So I did front. Nope. Missed that one. Okay. Where the heck is this hair going? The blues, the blue ones, my blue pieces are your favorite? Made our Pizzelle this past weekend, also made Mama Luca. Your grandson's first Christmas. Mama Luca, I did not get a delivery. That's all I got to say. I don't know what happened, but someone stole it off my porch or something, because it ain't here. Pierogies. She comes in here and tells me she made some pierogies. Mama Luca. Sour Patch, yes. I love me some Sour Patch Kids. You know what they need to make? I can't tell what's on your earrings. They're Sour Patch Kid earrings. So it's like one of my favorite candies. So Tree sent me my Christmas card with Sour Patch Kids and Sour Patch earrings. It's so stinking cute. Next time Jenny drives through, Pizzelle's, I mean, I'm just saying, pierogies. We actually have a place out here that makes pierogies. They're super good. I do like pierogies, yes. So I'm going to black, obviously. Just following along. We have a place out here that does like the homemade pierogies. They're really good. And they have like all different flavors. Like they have, my brain just did a blank. Like barbecue chicken pierogies. They have fig pierogies. They have prune, listen, that sounds horrible, but prune pierogies are amazing. They have like the, what do you call it? The buffalo chicken pierogies. Like it's like buffalo chicken dip, but in pierogies. Oh my God. They have all your traditional pierogies. They have barbecue chicken pierogies. They have the craziest stuff. And they have like all these dessert pierogies. Oh my God. It is so good. I haven't had that place in forever. Because I was the only one that liked and appreciated them, so never really got it much. My aunt had told me about it, and I went hog wild on pierogies for a while because they're so good there. And you can buy like one pierogi and you bring them home and you cook them. So you buy like the pierogies there and then bring them home and cook them. Or, I mean, they will there too for you, but you would order like, you know, a meal or something with their pierogies, but you just buy their pierogies of the day, whatever they have, and bring them home. And oh my God, so stinking good. I made blueberry ones. They are, yes, that sounds good. I think they've had like strawberry cheesecake ones, you know what I mean? Like, or strawberry cream cheese ones, stuff like that. Like they've had those. They've had all kinds of stuff. What they need to do, they need to come up with some kind of, I know this sounds horrible and y'all are gonna laugh at me, some kind of chocolate peanut butter pierogi. Just throwing that out there. Sounds gross, but I mean, think about it. They could do like Nutella and peanut butter, and it's just dough, right? Am I wrong? Somebody can figure that out. It won't be me, because I'm not making no dough. I'll cook it, but I don't know why somebody couldn't figure that out. Mama Luca. She's like, girl, I came on here and told you I wasn't feeling good. I'm talking about some peanut butter chocolate pierogies. No, I make them in steps. You can make a dough and filling separately, then pinch them another day. You've never had what? A pierogi? I'm in Lake County, so here in Ohio, Santa came from Walmart quite a while back. Saute them in butter, yeah. Hungarian and Polish. I think it's called the Pierogi Place or something. They're just a local... Am I crazy? Hold on. Something whining. Don't even know what a pierogi is. So it's like a dough, typically with like potato filling, potato and cheese. I'm losing my marbles. There's something crying outside my window. I had to stop breathing for a second, make sure it wasn't me. Not that I was crying, but like, you know, did you ever like breathe and you whistle when you breathe? Maybe not, but sometimes it's a thing. Now I don't hear it. Santa is from Walmart. I bought one in, yeah, it's from Walmart. We get them with kraut too. Yeah, you can get them in all kinds of different fillings. Like there's, I don't know, they do like bacon and cheese and like potato, bacon, cheese. You would get them, typically then like boil them in water and then saute them. Or just thaw them and saute them. I love like tons of onions sauteed. And then sour cream. Sauteed onions and butter and sour cream. I think that's pretty much traditional pierogies, if I'm right. There it goes again. I make potato, onion, and cheddar cheese, blueberries and cinnamon sugar, cabbage and onion, and sauerkraut. Or we all just go to Mama Luca's. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It doesn't sound normal. That's gonna drive me nuts. Because I can't tell if it's an animal or if it's some kid. And if it's an animal, I'm gonna bring it in here. Well, that's no animal. That's the kids. That's the adults across the street partying it up over there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're making some whistling sound. Got me thinking I was going to have a new friend to bring in the house tonight. Can hear him all talking now. Oh, thank you, Miss Judy. Ziva, you're good. Now she hears them. You know, it's only winter out, but all right. So we're just going to do these checks. And then get into the rest of the Santa. So who finished all their Christmas shopping? I have to wrap what I do have for the kids. I was kind of laughing because I was watching Terry earlier and she's like, I don't want to wrap. I don't want to wrap either. Adults on a cold month. Is it Monday? It's Tuesday, right? Well, don't tell me it's Monday because I have no idea what day today is. Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Don't make me lose my days. I'll lose my marbles. Girl, it better be Tuesday. Thank you. I thought I was the only one. You're scaring the living bejesus out of me. Like, I know my memory ain't the greatest, but good Lord. That's why you'll see me pop on and go, happy. Nope, it's not that day. Because for whatever reason, as soon as I hit that live button, I forget what day it is. Every single stinking time. I never remember to tell you what day it is. It could be Monday, and I'll be like, happy Friday evening. People that have never watched me, that's probably what they see initially. They're like, this girl will never remember the day of the week. Just watch. She won't say what day it is. They never watch me. They just do that to see if I've lost my marbles. That's all right. I admit it. It's all good. We're about halfway there down here. And this one's a little bit wider for whatever reason, but it's okay. I have so many gifts and no idea who they are for. So I used to be that way. Can't do it now, but that's how my Christmases were. I would forget where I hid stuff. I would, you know, and it was always the kids. Like, it was all about the kids, and that's all right. You know, people used to tell me all the time, oh my God, why do you do all that? And I'm like, because one day, I might not be able to. And as long as I can, I will. And my kid reminded me of that. Mom, it doesn't matter. What did you used to say? One day, you might not be able to. And it's never really mattered. And I'm like, okay. I just want you here. That thought makes me kids are great. And just think, this time next year there's gonna be another little baby. And no, they don't know what the sex is. I saw a couple people had asked. They don't know whether they're having a boy or a girl. They don't want to know. They want to be surprised. They said they don't care if it's a boy or a girl. I don't care if it's, nobody cares if it's a boy or a girl. They already have one of each. Now to see a little female Lucas would be hilarious. But, you know, it really does not. I tell them they should have a whole football team and throw in a couple cheerleaders, but apparently they think this is going to be their last. It's a funny story they're telling. Then I was also told that if I would take care of all the kids, that they would have another one. I'm like, wait a stinking minute. So if I promise to be the babysitter, you'll give me another one after this one? Like, that's just hilarious. This was a conversation we had before. All the grandkids got Christmas gifts for 3 more years. With those eyes, that's trouble. Oh, he's something else. Hello, Anna. How are you? It's so true. With when my grandma passed, all the grandkids got Christmas gifts for 3 more years. Don't know. No, just more or less. I don't know if I'm catching what you mean. More or less like, you know, it's just me now. So it's kind of left high and dry as far as anything in life and figuring that out. So it's just a tight Christmas. You know, they got what they got, and that's fine. I got some cute stuff, but, and I know that's not what it's about at all. It's just, it's learning a new way. I don't know how to explain it. We're just all navigating it together, so. That's the only time I wanted to know one of my other kids was going to share a bedroom. I don't remember what I was saying. That oh, that I get it. That's why you wanted to know what you were having. Gotcha. Yeah, they're gonna have to, you know, they're gonna have to get a bigger place. So they're gonna have to make a move. I wish they could come this way, but they can't. And that's okay. But they are gonna have to get a bigger place. So that will be something that's on their agenda. And then they'll just have to, you know, whatever they have, then that's what they're gonna end up having to share, right? Man down. I'm wearing black. It don't matter. No panic. Oh, jeez. Typically would not. I would be wearing the total opposite color of what the heck I was just dropping. place with them. I get it. I don't, it's been thought of. I don't, it's hard. I want to, but this is my home, and until I gotta leave it, I don't want to leave it. You know, I'll be forced to leave it. But I don't know. Like, I don't want to ruin anything with my kids. Like, I love my kids, and I know everything would be fine, but, you know, they're an hour away. I've never been that far away from my daughter. Not that I couldn't be, but it's just a scary thought. And the thought of, you know, which, I don't know, just living with somebody else, just, it's a hard pill to swallow. And I love my grandkids, but I also need my time too, you know what I mean? I never want to do anything that's gonna, because, you know, people can live together and it works out just great. They're your kids and they're your family and you love them. But you don't, I don't know, that fear of ruining that is so real. And my kids aren't like that, but still. Hi, Sarah. His boss knows we're going, but he doesn't. Eh? Sarah, I'm actually doing a Santa. It's the only Santa I got, but I'm finally doing him. I'm not painting his face. Not happening. Multi-generational living is making, it is, I get it, and I'm okay with it. If it works for people, it works for people. I'm terrified it ain't gonna work for me. You know, and I already have, like, my son or my daughter. Oh, he doesn't know you're going on a cruise. Gotcha. I probably should say that out loud. They've already told me, like, you're moving in with us, or we'll move in with you, or we'll take care of you. And see, that's the thing, is that's not what I want. I don't want, my kids already are like, Mom, you shouldn't be doing that. Mom, let us do that for you. Mom, you shouldn't be. I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. My daughter said she was putting me in the attic. Okay, so we got the checks on the bottom, the checks there. I think we're gonna paint this gold. We're gonna have gold, gold, gold. And you have headphones on, good. This is gonna be red, this is gonna be red. We want to put this on here, right? So this would you bend piece is gonna go there. The center is gonna be red rhinestone. We're gonna paint the whole thing black and then brush. Actually, that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna paint the whole thing black. And we're gonna brush over it the gold. So let's just go ahead and get this would you bend piece painted black. Because we're gonna add that to the center ball. on the other side of my house. My cousin family did it with my aunt. It worked so well. Oh, it's the thought of moving an hour away because they can't come up here because of, you know, like the situation with Sophie. So, they can only move so far. And I don't have a problem like watching the kids and this and that, but on the same note, I can't make it 24/7. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. And they wouldn't do that to me. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. It would be a lot to think about, that's for sure. Nor would I want to live with any of my kids and grandkids. Oh, who'd you send stars? Thank you, Miss Donna. You're so sweet. I was alone for 20 years and loved it. Then I met my current husband. Oh, Lord. 20 years. I've barely made it this year. I'm not gonna lie. Hard pill to swallow. What are you moving? I would be moving away from my daughter, yeah. I'd be moving away from, this is the only thing I've known. And I know that sounds dumb. But, you know, and my son, I get it. I'd be closer to my son and then just a little bit further than my daughter. And she's totally fine with it. She's like, Mom, you do what you got to do. But I've never been that far away from my daughter. I'm that mom. Yes, I am that mom that's like a wuss, and I don't know. I have a hard time with things. Okay, so that's gonna stay black for now. I'm actually just gonna wrap this up. Okay. Red. So we need to come up with a red. So we want to do, I kind of want to don't go super deep red, but I don't want like some bright fuchsia red, if that makes sense. So we're gonna mix some colors. I'm just gonna kind of even this out a little bit. Colorado, and I thought I would break. Then she moved back and lives 20 minutes. And I could see my daughter anytime I wanted to if I moved. I mean, that's not, you know. I don't know. I'm not good with change, and it's just been so much change to begin with that, like, that thought scares me. I know I sound like a baby. Honestly, I think what it is none of the decisions are any decisions that I have any say in. Everything's being, you know. I think that's my problem. Okay. To live in a van they had done. It was crazy, but hey, survived it. Well, hey, listen. If I had a big old van, that I could turn into a house, I would just be like, you'd all be seeing me. I was married for 24 years. Oh, wow. All right, red. So here's what we do with red. I just kind of wing it, and we just mix them. So whatever reds I have is what we're mixing. This one is, it says dark red. It's Anita's. I don't know. Some of these I just got on clearance, like at Hobby Lobby or wherever I may have got it. It says dark red. That ain't no dark red. That's some bright red. But we're gonna just keep mixing until we get what we want. This is some deco art. And this is Tuscan red. This one I kind of like, but it's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty deep. So we got like, see how that looks almost pinkish? And there's a darker one. They have solar and everything. It's for sale. Well, did I just say that? Cardinal red? That's Tuscan red. This is cardinal red. This is kind of a deeper one too. And then I think I do a little bit of this burgundy, but we'll see. She got to spend quality time every day with my boys. Yeah, I know it does. It works for a lot of people. I'm not saying that that's not a thing that I could do. It just, am I doing it today? No. Am I ready for that today? No. All right, so somewhere along the line, I need to do, hold on. Now this is just, obviously this is over white, but let me dry that, put another coat on. Let's see what that's gonna turn out to look like. When it's over white, your first coat, it kind of looks pinkish till you go a little darker. I could paint black over it, but I just want to get a feel for this color before I totally say yes, we're done mixing. And my mom, she was so passive. She'd be ignored. Oh. Yeah, that's got to be rough. I can't imagine. I am and I'm not. Does that make sense? Like, until you irritate me and then I get loud as can be. I like that red. I know that's coming off a lot lighter on camera, but it actually isn't. So we're going to go with that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just one. No, I'm not. I actually like that. We're going to leave it that way. That's the red we're going with. So we're just going to go ahead and paint red. And we're going to put a couple coats. I'm just going to do it over the white. I have enough mixed here that we can, if we have to throw a third coat on, we will. Typically I would paint black and then go over, but I want this to be a little brighter because we are going to put red gemstones into that Would You Bend piece. So I want a little bit of a brighter red. And we are going to dark wax it, so that'll deepen it up a little bit too. Do you see what I'm doing here? Your checks look great and the red is pretty. Thank you. I just stuck my whole hand in there so y'all know. And don't forget, we're going to be doing gold in here as well. So we got to wax it before the gold. So the gold will be the last step. Sarah, are you on tonight? What time is it? Because I'm thinking I may have to come back and finish this. I want to finish it because I want to put it up at silent auction tonight or tomorrow. but I do have to go and invoice the items from yesterday. Before I come back on. If wax is a resist, how hard is it to put the gold on? The gold goes on totally fine. I've waxed and I put the gold over it and it's been fine. I've never had a problem with it, so I don't know. But the problem I have is I can't wax over the gold because, you know, it takes the gold away. But I've never had a problem painting over the wax, if that makes sense. I didn't know that was actually a thing that you couldn't, because I've never had a problem with it. Maybe because I don't know. When I wax, I use like baby wipes, and I wipe back with baby wipes and a towel. I have no idea. I didn't even think about that. Hi, Bernice. I always waited for 24 hours for the wax to cure. Yeah, I don't know. I've done it like even on a live with you guys, so I'm not quite sure. That's how I did that Santa. I do a lot of pieces like that. I don't know. Honestly, I've never had a problem with it, so I'm not quite sure. I don't know if anybody else has. Hi, Robbie. How are you? I don't want to sit him on his head. I go around this little fluffy thing here. Now, my only question is, do we diamond dust the beard too? Like, I mean, he's kind of a Santa bust. I don't know if anybody would be grabbing him by the beard to worry about the diamond dust, but save the time. I mean, I'll do it with you guys. I've done it. I've been doing it all these years. I have no idea. I mean, the other way around, I have had problems. That's how I learned that, but not, no, I don't. I've never had a problem with it. Don't take it out. If it don't work for you, I'm sorry. Now you got me all paranoid. I'm telling somebody something wrong. But in all honesty, I've never had an issue with it, so. There's probably someone out there going, she's doing it all wrong. Here's the thing. I guess you can use a product if it works for you any way you need to use it, but there are some products out there only going to work a certain way, but I don't like telling somebody something wrong, but I've never had a problem with it, so that's just my experience. Thank you, Joanne. So we're going to let that dry. We're going to come up into his bust here. Oh, man down, man down, man down. Hold on, I need a wet brush. We don't need no stinking, oh man, red hair. Got it. If you get like a little drop, which I did right in the hair underneath that hat, I just took a brush wet, and you grab it real quick and kind of brush that out. It was just the tiniest drop, but I know it's there. I'm avoiding gift wrapping. Girl, I feel ya. I mean, I don't have a lot to wrap, but I gotta go up in the attic, find the wrapping paper. God knows what I did with it last year. Like I said, from last holiday, everything was just kind of a blur, so God only knows what I did with anything. Was it this time last year I was on like this big purge kick where I was just tossing everything in a complete panic. Things were just going into cans and dumpsters and all the things. You got your Christmas present today? What was that? Oh, man. All right. Problem. Oh no. You know what? My best friend Cheryl just had to get a new washer, and she got a new fridge. Her fridge went first, then her washer went like a week later. And I'm like, oh Lord, please don't let any of that go down here. Please, 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 please. I'll be in big trouble. I hear that's happening to a lot of people, and I'm like, why? Why does it always happen this time of the year? Worst time of the year. There should be some kind of rule that if things break this time of the year, there needs to be some sort of temporary fix. Am I wrong? Just asking for a friend. There's got to be like a special something out there that I need a new stove and washer. I get a new washer and dryer. Yeah. Y'all don't jinx me. Let's not talk about new appliances now. Y'all know my furnace is acting all wonky. I actually came into my house the other day after work. Again, this happened to me a couple weeks ago. And I was cleaning, doing all the things, and that was the day it was super duper cold out. I was like, oh my God, I just thought I was just cold to be cold. And I'm like, this is going to be the longest winter of my life. with how cold this is. And I'm sitting down and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to jump in the shower. Thinking, you know, I'll take a hot shower. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit. I looked over and I was like, oh, for crying out loud, my heat ain't even on. It's not working. So I had to go down there, jiggle the wires. It's like 61 degrees in my house. No wonder I was stinking freezing. I have to have the house at 71, 72, or it just feels like death in here. At least to me. My poor son, he was probably having a heart attack after I watched the kids because I was at his house. He keeps his house at like 66. I said, I turned that heat up. Sorry, bub. Mama can't do it. I'm losing my marbles in here. And he's got this powerful ceiling fan, these big tall ceilings. And it's right underneath the couch. I'm like, I can't do this either. See, that's what I'm saying. We couldn't live together. There'd be no stinking way. I'd have a heart attack in his house. Our heat pump. You need to get a new refrigerator. Oh, God. I'm worried about my my water tank. What is it? Is it the water heater? Is that what you call it? I feel like even though it's up, like turned up pretty high, I feel like my water doesn't get as hot as it should. And I've been saying that since before he left. He's like, just turn it up. You know, not that it matters anymore. You don't care. But even after he left, I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, it's not working right. And in the winter, it certainly wasn't working right. So I'm just like, please don't let that go anytime soon. I'll be in big, big trouble. Because when they go, don't they like leak water everywhere? Am I crazy? Or can it just stop working? Like, I think our last one flooded. I don't remember how that worked. I know there was water everywhere. We remodeled 2 years ago and brought all new appliances. Years later, the maker went out. Oh, I know it's one of the least expensive, but it ain't something I can get fixed, so. We just keep making it and going up and down. Did it come out the door? Or you're talking about like in the freezer, it just kept making it? Because I feel like that's what mine does. I don't know. Mine had a little bit when it went bad. Water was everywhere. All right, we liking the red. It's going to get another coat, so that's going to deepen up a little bit. But I think I like it. But if it rusts through, that's okay. I gotcha. Well, maybe that's what happened. Like I said, I don't remember, so it's been, and it wasn't anything I had to handle. I just knew we couldn't toss it like on the curb, so it had to, because they won't take them. I do remember that. So you either had to find a scrapper that would take it. I forget what happened with ours. If it didn't catch it, clean it out, it would eventually push door open. Oh, well. That would almost be amusing to me. It's not, obviously, but it would almost be amusing to me. Like, come home and just find a pile of ice, which obviously isn't funny because ice melts, but I mean, a couple years down the road, you'd find it funny. Remember that time we came home and the ice maker went for days and days, and it's not funny, but it's funny. It's kind of like Sorry, Not Sorry. I tend to say that a lot. Sorry, not sorry. Especially if it makes me laugh. People think I'm mean when I say that. Sorry, not sorry. All right. I feel like we're going to be here a long time for a stinking Santa. But I've been wanting to do it for so long that I want it to be just so. So that's how it's going to be. If I got to come back, I come back. You like that red? I like that red. But no eyes. Yes, no eyes. He's not getting eyeballs. I'm sorry. I don't paint eyes. I'm not going to pretend to know how to paint eyes. Not on this guy. He'll be waxed. He'll still look cool. 3K refrigerator and ice trays. I don't know what that means. Like, it doesn't have an ice maker is what you mean? All right, so here's a question for people. If your refrigerator takes, this is gonna sound dumb, y'all, just bear with me here. If your refrigerator has the water thing on it, but it takes like a filter, right? So it's got a filter in the water thingamabobber where you get your water. And if it says it needs change and it's not, y'all don't judge me. If you don't change it, is that like harmful? Do I take the old filter out? Am I better to just not have the old filter in there? Do I leave the filter in there? Like, somebody that actually knows that, if they could tell me, because I don't want to use that supposed filtered water if the filter went bad. And it is, you know, am I drinking off of bad filtered water? Or will it work if I take the filter out itself? Thank you. Do you understand what I mean? I can't drink out of our tap. Like, I can't do it. It tastes gross. And I'm not the one that's going to go buy bottled water. Is the perfect red? Yeah, like I said, it's going to get waxed, so it's going to deepen up a little bit. So I knew I wanted to go a little bit brighter. If you're drinking it, should change the filter regularly. Well, I figured that. My question is if I can't change the filter, do I just take the old filter out and drink it that way? Or will it taste like the tap water? Does that make sense? I guess I know what I'm trying to ask, but it might not be coming across. I don't know. By spring water. Yes, you need to change it, especially if you have hard water. Change the filter. Yeah, I'm not going to change. If you have no filter, you'll just have tap water. That was my question. That's what I mean. Like, I don't want to use the old filter if it's, yeah, I used to drink hose water. I used to be kicked outside daily and drank from a hose. Yes, I get it. But I don't have hard water. I just don't like the taste of our water, and that's not me being spoiled. Our water tastes like crapola. So, and I'm not one to, it's just me. Y'all know where I stand with a lot of things. As far as environment, all that silly stuff, I'm not paying to buy bottled water and all that jazz. And to me, it's basically the same water I'm going to get out of my fridge with the filter on it. So, I don't know. It won't harm you, however, it will eventually clog up and then water will not work. Gotcha. I was just curious. Maybe I'll take it out and see what it's like without the filter on it. I'll drink. It tastes fine through the refrigerator. If it tastes fine. Yeah, see, my tap water tastes like crapola. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, my tap water tastes like crapola. I don't know why. It just does. So, I don't have a problem drinking, like, I'm not that stinking picky. It's kind of like my job. The water that comes out of our fountain tastes awful. But other places, it tastes fine. So, you know, I order water at a restaurant all the time. And I'll drink just water. But at my restaurant, it tastes god-awful. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's just different water, different however it comes in. I don't know what the heck it is. I mean, it's all the same county. I can't imagine everybody's water is that different, but it does. Like, I can go to a restaurant and it tastes totally fine. Go to the restaurant next door and it tastes awful. Don't ask me. And that's kind of like what my tap water tastes like. I don't like it. I think it tastes, I feel bad giving it to my stinking dog. I think it tastes crappy. That's just me. No, the water coming out of the fridge tastes just fine. So it may still be, you know, but what I'm saying is, like, the light's been on for a hot minute, so I know it's going to have to be changed. I just don't want to be drinking from some raunchy filter, if that makes sense. So I'm wondering, instead of painting this ball gold, do we paint the ball red or no? Probably not, because it's just Santa's jacket that's going to be red. Hi, Debbie. And his hat. No, so we paint this gold. New and old water lines play a big part of it. I don't know. So I'm saying, it's not that I'm being spoiled, that, you know, I don't want to drink out of my tap, but my tap water tastes like crapola. That's not an exaggeration. I don't like it at all. And I'll drink tap water, but mine? No. For what? No, asking my kids for none of that. Here's the thing. My kids aren't responsible for all that crapola either. So, all right. So what I want to do is I want to get this piece on there. I'm trying to think of how to hold this. right? So we're going to put that there because like I said, that little centerpiece is going to get red gems. This is all going to be painted on the outside with gold. So we're going to need Type on Nicole, Quick and Thick. And the number for this Would You Bend, I love these pieces because you can put them on like the necks of bottles. So many different things you can do with these. This is WUB 1329. I mean, I could have somebody change it, or I can figure out how to change it. It's not even that it's changing it. So you get 2 of these in a package, but you're going to want to use a wood glue for this. So let's get this sucker on there. Let me heat it up. And then we're going to pull out our Tite Bond. There we go. Okay. Oh, look, it's not clogged. That's a first for me. So with Would You Bend, you want to heat it up, and it makes it very flexible, moldable. It'll curve to any surface, do all the things you need it to do. If you go to my link tree, to my Would You Bend link, you can use my coupon code. It is all lowercase, NIK, the number 10, and the percentage sign. All one word, no spaces. Oh yeah, that's gonna look great on there. So we're gonna get our wood glue on there. I use my fingers, guys. I'm not all, you can use a brush. They make all kinds of things. You can use a little spatula. I use my fingers to do this. Y'all know I'm messy as can be. I use my hands for everything. I don't know, it doesn't seem to bother me. So we're gonna get that spread to all the little edges, and then we're gonna heat that back up and lay it down. I know. As long as it's working that way, I'll figure it out when it comes down to it, I guess, because we're going to lay Santa down. I'm going to plop this in the middle like so. Oh, geez. Technically, you want this pretty flexible, but we're going to go ahead and put the heat on there so I can kind of move this around. Now, the heat's going to help the glue to adhere to the piece as well. Oh, that's some hot shiitakes right there. Let's start. Me and my round surfaces, let me tell you. So now we really are, I mean, we're really pushing how we're flexing this around this piece. I'm going to put it in my lap. I need to make sure it's lined up. Then I'm going to hold it there just so it starts to adhere, and then I can kind of manipulate it a little more after that. I'm really stretching this Would You Bend out. Hi, Doris. How are you? All right, let me hold this in place for just a second. I think he's going to look really cute with all the gems there. We're going to have to paint a little more black in the middle there because we're stretching this Would You Bend so far. Just bought his Christmas present, $4.50 for a new muffler. Oh, my word. That's a lot. A lot, a lot. Listen, getting cars fixed these days is no joke. My friend works for, and I love, love, love my mechanic. He's amazing. But it's no joke. Like, it's no joke how expensive it is to fix cars right now. I mean, the parts are insane. Don't blame your mechanic. Trust me. They're crying too. Parts are insane. It's insanity is what it is. It's what he wanted. Gotcha. Well, good for him. There you go. He got to pick his Christmas present. Boys and their toys, right? Is that what we say? Boys and their toys? Which is good. They're allowed to have toys as long as it's a healthy thing. You know, like, it's healthy spending. Like, you know, they're allowed to have toys and spoil themselves as long as it doesn't go over the edge. I know people that has happened to. Do you hear Ziva crying? She's howling in her sleep. I guess she's done dreaming. Your neighbor's commenting. All right. I'm gonna start, let's get this really dry. And we're gonna start to wax it. And see if I can get a little bit of this black paint. It can dry out. Nope. Go into that Would You Bend piece where we kind of stretch this a little bit. And cover that. So we only want to see black. I don't want to see anything else on there. So because we stretched it so far, it stretched the wood a little bit, so some of that wood was still showing through after we painted it black. So just cover that up. All right. So there's the Would You Bend piece. Just make sure that's all covered in black. We're gonna start waxing towards the bottom and his face and all the things. And I'm gonna paint this centerpiece. I will do this gold, but I'm gonna do it after. Hi, Miss Edie. And then I'm probably just gonna touch up a little bit and then come back on here shortly and we'll finish him because I wanna put the gems on. I wanna kinda dress him up a little bit. Tighten up the checks a bit, maybe put some gems in there. Here's my question. So this is gonna be white. So down here, this is part of like his suit, right? So that's gotta stay white. But I feel like, I don't know. Why do I feel like I wanna do something to separate that from his beard and his hair? You like it so far? I think I do. I think I love the red. Keith Richards is 82 and canceled the Rolling Stones tour, said he can't make a 4-month commitment. I didn't know they were going on tour. I love the Stones. But poor Keith Richards, man. Listen, if Steven Tyler, Mick Jagger, and Youngblood all walked into a room together, that'd be the end of it for me. There goes my life. Game over. I lived it. Well, I'd have to wait for the next baby to be born. But I lived it to the max. You love Santa? Thank you. I'm just kidding, just so y'all know. People get butthurt. I don't need nobody butthurt. I love the Stones too, but come on. I thought you said you loved Santa too, but Common. I was like, Dean, the heck did I say to make you butthurt? I thought you were... I was like, is Dean thrown down in my room right now? Look, I can't even talk straight because I looked at that comment and went, huh? Who, Dean? Me and you were about to... Well, actually, I wouldn't have known what to say to you. I was like, did she just call my Santa Common? I mean, okay, maybe, but did you have to say it? We could all dream, right? My husband would give us all up to be Eddie Van Halen for... That's hilarious. Oh, Dean. I don't know who was luckier, me or you. Whew. Okay, I am going to see how much comes off with, nope, not enough. So, he's got a lot of detail in his little hat up here. So we're going to actually take a baby wipe. It was supposed to be, I know, but I thought you said, I thought you said I love Santa, but it's Common. I was like, she just called my Santa Common. I thought you were about to throw down with me. I wasn't sure what was going on. I'm like, what did I do to upset Dean? Putting red rhinestones on the would you band. Would you stones the corner of the checks? Possibly. I got to see what I got for rhinestones. I may do, so what I'm thinking of is I want to take the stones like I did in that bottle, and I kind of want to come along the edges of his shoulders here. So I want to play a little bit. So we're going to do this. And then come back and finish all that. Poor Dan. She's like, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Okay, so we're just starting to wax, right? Do you guys see the difference? My husband always wanted to be a Doobie Brother. See, like in the hat, what a difference that makes. So we're going to go ahead and do his face. And get all down in there. I'm just going to keep pulling baby wipes. We're just going to do a section at a time. So we're still going to make Santa kind of bright and a little bit, I guess, glitzy, you would say, but keep him kind of old school looking at the same time, if that even makes sense. You like the dark wax. I do too. So I want to get it all up in the details of his beard and really kind of show all that detail off. But still kind of doing a section at a time here so we don't let it set too long and we can wipe it back. You thought you'd be the next Madonna in the shower at 13. That's not real. I used to love Madonna. Madonna, Cyndi Lauper, Stevie Nicks, Lord help me, I can't think of her name. She's another one of my idols. I only saw her and talk about her all the time. Jeez, oh man. Lita Ford. That woman could play a guitar. Still can play a guitar. You're not a disappointment. Don't ever say that. Pot calling the kettle black. I wish I could feel the same way. Stevie Nicks, yes. Love me some Stevie Nicks. I love Pink too. I think Pink is just badass. Pink don't give two you know whats, and Pink, I love her attitude. I love the way she raises her children. I love the way she stands up for herself and her family and her music and the way she does her music and her everything about her. Like, man, I wish I had a 10th of her tude and, you know, go on out there and get it attitude, because I feel like I could kick some rear end if I had 10% of what Pink had in her, or even Stevie Nicks. Look how cool he looks. When are we going to meet up? Pink don't take no shiitakes. None. None, not a zip, zero zilch, and I love her for it. Love, love, love her for it. Where is this coming from? Like, I feel like I haven't painted white in how long now? Why is there any white coming from anywhere? Am I missing a boat here somewhere? You probably don't know the band Fire. Yes, I do. I love Cher. Hold on, Dean, back up. How far away do you live? And what do you mean they were... Dean. So... The Love of a Lifetime, isn't that Firehouse? Dean. You can call my Santa anything you want. You can call him Common. You can call him... Go ahead. Say anything you want. But Firehouse better be at my house this summer, or at your house, and I'm just going to show up, or I'm not quite sure what the heck just happened, but yes. Hi, Danica. I'm good. I don't care if it was your first husband. Listen, you're going to have to de-unfriend your first husband. Your sacrifices have to be made, Dean. Prove your loyalty. Now I got the song in my head. How did that song being played at your wedding go? Wow, I just thought of that. Guess that didn't play out so well. Wow. I don't care how many years. 30 years. Well, hold on. So we're 47. I mean, I'm 27. So I mean, they ain't no older than Steven Tyler. I don't care. You would have to, yes, I know the band Seven Dust. You would have to remind me. I've heard, okay, listen, I don't remember a lot of things. I've heard the name, so I would have to be reminded. Like, I'll look it up, and if I recognize the song, but I believe so, yes. Or I know the name. Sometimes it's like, oh, okay. I'll either know the song or I'll know the name of the band. Like, I don't always put it together, if that makes sense. Yo, I've been running into so many people I went to school with, and I have no idea. I don't remember. They're like, I used to hang out. I don't know who the heck you are. Like, that's literally my brain these days. I mean, which is cool because, you know, I'm seeing people I haven't seen in forever or couldn't hang out with, or God forbid I hung out with, or whatever. And it's been great, but I feel like a bozo because I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't remember. Like, I'll remember the name, but I couldn't pick them out of a crowd of people if I wanted to. And I don't ever remember half of what they're telling me, which is sad. I'm going to put wax on the black just because everything else there was waxed, so. We know the lead singer and bassist are band too heavy for me. I saw Jada Pinkett Smith scream in her first heavy metal band. She's tiny. She's tiny. She's very tiny. All right, so there is Santa all waxed up. So here's the thing. I am going to, I'll have to look through my red gems because we're going to put the gems in here, and then what I think we're going to do is we're going, oh, shiitakes. I have these that are the gold ones that we're going to bring from here up and around and to the back. So that's going to line his bust area. And then I almost kind of want to do it up here too. And then we could put them at each of the corners of these checks, but what I want to do is this. So I'll start this with you guys, then I'm going to hop off and I'll come back on because we're already at 8 o'clock. So my Sour Patch Kids are all up in the way. Oh, shiitakes. So this is what we're going to do. So do you know who, thank you, Anna. Who was your favorite NASCAR driver? I'll tell you mine. Or you can guess what mine was. You guys won't guess it. I don't even know if any of you even watch it or ever used to watch it. I used to be obsessed with NASCAR. Yes, I used to watch cars go round and round in circles. You were Dale all the way. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? Nope, I definitely was not Dale. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Dale Earnhardt, but no. I think if you thought really hard, you'd know. See, I don't have a problem with the gold. It goes right on. No problems. Oh, I forgot that it's kind of stinky though. I don't know why I'm so sensitive to it today. I use it a lot and I don't usually ever notice how stinky it is. Oh God, no, not Jeff. No, not Rusty. Listen, if I was in the stands and saw Jeff Gordon, I'd probably throw things at him. That's how little I liked Jeff Gordon. I mean, he had fans, but I was not a fan. His car was green. I was Bobby Labonte all the way. I loved Bobby Labonte. Loved, loved, loved him. Whew, my back's yelling at me too, y'all, so I will have to come back later and finish Santa. You're younger, so who here? Nope, Bobby Labonte. I had a Bobby shirt, Bobby hoodie. I had all kinds of Bobby stuff. Yeah, he was. Look him up. I know he was green. Unless I'm crazy, I would 100% stake that he was green. Or maybe I'm saying it wrong. Green and white or whatever. It was mainly green. I can't for the life of me right now remember the number. All I want to say is 87, and I don't know that that's even right. Don't ask me where that stinking number came from, but maybe. It was Bobby Labonte. Now you got me wanting to look it up. Just to see if my memory's even right. saw him in Maxwell House, I think when he was 3. His car was green. Okay. See? Whew. What? Now, see, I remembered that. But don't ask me what I did last week. Don't ask me, like... I don't know. Don't ask me what I was doing 10 minutes before this live. What was his number? Am I crazy? Was it, who am I thinking? Who's 87? I don't know where 87 is coming from. I might even still have something Bobby Labonte in my bedroom closet, to be honest with you. So see, that gold goes on there. I don't have a problem with that, even if I have the wax on there. So we're going to do that area. We're going to do this little area here. Well, here's the thing. No, we're not. So we're going to do these little ringlets here. We're not going to do that ball in gold because what's going to happen is Jay said, yes, it was green. When we went, he was doing a special paint. Heard. Look, I'm forever second guessing myself, but I was pretty certain it was green. Sometimes I really remember things wrong, but I was so obsessed with Bobby, I could tell you he was green. I probably even have Bobby Labonte Hot Wheels. Actually, I know I do. Let's not even say probably. I know I do. Jr. 2004 Monte Carlo with only 3,000 some miles on it. Wait, who? What? Hold on. No, slow down. He was never registered. Was never. Oh, who's Gail? Where do you live? You know, you said Monte Carlo. It's like my favorite car. My first car was a Monte Carlo. I'm obsessed with Montes. I love, love, love me. I want a Monte. I want a couple Montes. But I want project cars to work on. Don't ask me why, because I could never afford it. But look, I can't remember as much as I did then now. Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny? Like, did you ever think we literally had all phone numbers memorized? We could just pick up a phone and dial one of 50 different friends. Maine. I'll be visiting you. If you hear noises in your garage, just ignore it. I used to know so many people's phone numbers. And I used to dial it like it was nothing. Like, okay, I'm going to call Pamela. Okay, I'm going to call Phyllis. Okay, I'm going to call. And it just would bounce off your head. Like you knew the numbers. Now you're like, what's my phone number? I don't even know my own stinking phone number. People ask you, well, what's your number? I do know my own phone number, but people ask, what's your son's number? I don't know, because his phone number is nothing like ours. I couldn't remember. If I really had to think, I could think of what my daughter's number is. But everything is now stored in, you know, our phones and our this and our that. And I'm like, well, that's why we forgot everything. We weren't using our brains anymore. I'm not even going to lie. Tell me I'm lying, because I think that's what it is. We don't use our brains anymore. Everything is just marked down in a phone or on a computer. I don't remember anything to save my life. So there's that. All right. So I am going to kind of just highlight over this in gold. I do have to finish all these rings and so forth, but I kind of want to get the detail of this would you bend piece out a little bit. Oh, man, down. No. I need a dry towel. Is that an invitation for me to come get the car so you can park your car in the driveway? Wink, wink, because I can do that for you. I have no problem. I will delete this live. This never happened. Good luck proving it. I got you, Gail. Okay, so there's the would you bend piece. We're going to kind of let this gold dry for a hot minute. I'm going to, I don't want to manhandle this and make a hot mess. So we're going to have the 2 gold rings there. We're going to line this with those gold studs. We're going to put some red gems on there as well. And maybe dress up the hat somewhere a little bit. But right now I feel like I got a hot mess here. My back is screaming and I got to get up. My husband remembers everything when it comes to numbers, birthdays. I don't. Not anymore. It's been years and years and years. I don't remember nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I'll be back probably around 10-ish. I will 100% be back live with you around 10-ish. So if you guys want to come hang out, I want to finish the Mr. Santa. We're just going to kind of let him sit for a hot minute. I want to... In case I need to touch up the red, I'm just going to dampen my brush a little bit. And then I'll come in here and touch everything up. We used to draw names from the pot, Andrew. But we put $5 in the pot every week, and whoever came in first won the pot. Everyone quit. Say, I won quite. I have to say I won quite a bit the first year. Oh, gotcha. Some people have that winning streak. I wish I had it. I really do. I'm not one of those lucky people. I could buy 10,000 scratch-off tickets and scratch them off all myself and not win one stinking dollar. But in the same 10,000 scratch-off tickets, if I gave them to 5 different people, they'd all have winners out the wazoo. But because I scratched them off, there's no winner. I've never understood that. So I can put, you know, I can spend 3 hours at a machine, which I don't, but that's what I'm just saying is my luck. I can spend 3 hours at a machine in a casino, and I lied. I went once when I went out with Shelly and Justin, and we were visiting Justin, and they took me into like a small little casino over there. And I was terrified to play anything. I think I played $5 in the penny machine or so. I don't even know what I did, but I could be at that same machine for 10 hours and not win a single stinking thing. The next person, click, jackpot. I don't know. I don't have it. All right, y'all. I'm going to hop off of here. Y'all have a wonderful evening. If you're able to come back around 10, somewhere around 10:30, I'll put out a, telegram to let you know when I'm coming on. So we'll finish Santa in a little while, but y'all, if you can't join me, that's fine. Try to catch me on replay. If not, I will see y'all tomorrow evening. You guys have a great night. Bye-bye.